masterpiece, and that lapel is my signature. I simply must have it.
So have one of your assistants fetch your parcel.
My dear, I've only ever enjoyed the service of 2 reliable assistants in my life. The first is my muse, which is currently occupied. The second is you.
Alright, I'll get you the parcel.
Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf. You truly are my savior, darling.
I love Byzantium.
I tell you what.
Oh, it's you.
A fine day for parcel pickups, isn't it? How may I be of assistance?
Celeste Jolicoeur. Celeste sent me. I'm here to sign for a parcel.
If you would like to sign for a parcel, please go to window B.
Then what exactly are you here for?
Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable... That's...
So if someone... Wait, no.
Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service, where all parcels are guaranteed to be delivered within acceptable margins of certainty. How may I be of assistance?
I'm here to collect a parcel for Celeste.
Let me just look that up for you. It appears that a parcel for Ms. Jolicoeur, Celeste is currently out for delivery.
Out for delivery. Where exactly?
Let me see here. A parcel for Jolicoeur, Celeste is being delivered to 316 Rockwell in the Byzantium Estates.
I'll be on my way.
Thank you for allowing HPS to be your only option today.
My only option. I wonder why that needs a loading screen. Can't it just open up and they just stay in there? I'm very curious as to why that needs a loading screen.
I think we can both agree that matters.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
I'm afraid my years are catching up with me. But never fear. I believe I can still keep pace with you and the captain.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicar. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I know you will, Ms. Holcomb, and thank you.
Aww. We were unable to deliver your parcel. Your parcel is returned to the estate located at... oh my god.
Don't you think we ought to go in?
All this transition better not crash my game.
Halcyon Parcel Service is proud to be the colony's only parcel delivery service. How may I be of assistance?
Yeah, I got this notice to pick up a parcel.
I must respectfully ask that you calm down, please. Parcels must be picked up at window A.
But that's all over there. Can't you get it for me?
Maintaining proper window structure is imperative to the smooth operation of HPS.
Are you kidding me?
If you would like to lodge a complaint about the quality of your service, please request a complaint form at window C. If you would like to request a complaint form at window C, please make an appointment.
Let me guess. If I want to make an appointment, I have to request a form?
I see you're familiar with our company policy.
Fine, I'll go to window A. No one is even at window C.
How may I be of assistance?
I'm here to pick up a parcel for Celeste Jolicoeur.
Of course. If you could just verify for me that you are Jolicoeur, Celeste, or an officially authorized proxy?
Can you not see what I'm wearing? I'm obviously one of Celeste's models.
Yes, I can see by your eccentric mode of dress that you must be one of Ms. Jolicoeur's associates. Everything seems to be in order. Here you are, one parcel. I hope this has been a pleasant and satisfying transaction. Halcyon Parcel Service thanks you for your patronage.
Rizzo's Mock Apple Cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Remember that stranger I saw in this?
Hey, careful. Don't go running around in the middle of a crime scene.
What happened to Celeste?
You mean Ms. Jolicoeur? She was reported for practicing a subversive aesthetic. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. She didn't cooperate, so we had to put her down. Never took her for a dissident sympathizer.
You kill Celeste? That's insane.
No argument there. Feels like the whole colony's going insane. What with dissidents infiltrating the walls of Byzantium. Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics. Your first and last line of defense in the war against sedition.
Wow. Her guards didn't even do anything? Oh, they're still guarding it, okay.
Understood. On my way. Heading back.
They killed Celeste. You didn't do anything to stop them. Oh, so disappointing. No botched quest. Woo! Okay. Dialogue skills plus 10? Excuse me? Actually, this also gives dialogue skill plus 10, doesn't it? How does it look though? That's not perverse. That actually looks quite decent. It has 53 armor on it though, damn. Really, really unfortunate it doesn't have slots I can modify. Because even though this is only dialogue plus 5, my silver tongue gets dialogue plus 10, and it has leadership plus 10 on it, so leadership plus 20. It has also electro charge surface, physical armor rating, geographic scanner. So unfortunate. Alright, selling it.
What do you suppose all that ruckus in Celeste's shop was about?
It would be unseemly to speculate.
Your best find this week.
I'm so killing.
You
all
didn't
these
seem
fucks.
too much like traveling with us before you met that hermit fellow.
Yes. I was kind of an ass, wasn't I?
I wouldn't say that. You were more of an...
That's one right there.
Well, I'm just glad you're not like that anymore.
Oh, I'm still an ass, just someone who knows he is. It's quite amusing, the ridiculous things that go through my head.
Just like the rest of us, then. You're all right, Mr. Vicar.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
I'm here for Mr. Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Sure I am.
Sure you are. And what is it you're delivering today?
I didn't bring it with me.
Typical. Why don't you come back when you're ready to actually make a delivery?
God. I am so glad I'm going to kill all these people in my next run. We are killing all of them. Every single living creature on this game, we will kill them all. If only though.
Oh, for the good old days when you...
I'm probably going to do a
feeling,
corporate
Mr.
run
Vicker?
next.
After
But so
your,
far...
hallucinations.
Fantastic. But it must be said that the sensation of myself as a separate mind inside a bag of skin was the real hallucination.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. It's quite liberating to realize that one is simply an aperture through which the universe experiences itself, and that all my pain and suffering was of my own creation.
So if Felix snuck into your quarters one night and stole half your underwear and filled the other half with itching powder, you'd kindly thank the universe and take it in stride? Not that I'm asking for any particular reason.
There's nothing to see here.
You know, that's just the sort of thing folks say when they're trying to hide something.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Delivery for Mr. Minister.
Yeah? Let's see it.
Here you go.
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
Thank you. Because a delivery person would be accompanied by two others wearing heavily power armor, huh?
You hear about that dissident working in a clothing store? This is why we've got to be vigilant. Hey! What did you... Sheesh.
Honestly, like, what do I need, you know? Like, right now my character has everything they could possibly want. I need nothing. So really, I don't need to loot anything. At all.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
Minister Clark, what a remarkable honor it is to meet you.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
What are you talking about?
Slowly and loudly, Aloysius. That's the only way these morons understand anything. I said you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
Who is Charles and why are we yelling?
Chairman Rock! Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in?
Wait, you think I'm a dissident?
My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here.
Don't play dumb. You order a batch of chemicals. I need them.
Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
What is this system coming to when even the Earth Minister is disillusioned beyond hope?
Will that be all, then?
Why do you keep talking like that?
Stars, they're getting denser by the day. I shall endeavor to speak more slowly. Is this better?
Slower and louder and into my good ear.
Was that a joke? Sarcasm, even? Oh, this is such a relief. You've no idea how long it's been since I spoke with someone intelligent enough for irony.
What's going on here?
Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
He's attempting to game the system, but he won't be able to get away with it forever. Eventually, Rockwell's house of cards will topple.
I dearly hope so, and you might be part of the equation. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
You expect me to believe this?
After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things aren't right in Halcyon. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
Captain, we must investigate Rockwell. An injustice like this cannot go unchecked.
Indeed, it cannot. I can't overstate the urgency of the matter. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
The HHC headquarters?
Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth.
Let's focus. How do I get to the HHC headquarters?
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons?
They're rather dirty. There are also rumors of sprat infestations, faulty automechanicals, and other unsavory hazards, if that sort of thing bothers you.
It's okay, I'll deal with the guards.
Suit yourself. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
What used to be your office?
Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too little sense.
How do you manage to hang on to your access card?
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
Ew.
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here.
Obviously, the chairman surrounds himself with the cream of Byzantium's elite.
There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles.
Are we done here? Because I got things to do.
Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
Why are you trusting me?
Why indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivations. But I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can only hope you're also looking out for Halcyon.
What's on the cartridge?
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
Putting your faith in the inherent goodness of mankind?
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash.
How long will that take?
Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat.
But if it works, it'll be worth it.
Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis district.
Can I still talk to you?
What a pleasure. I haven't had this much company in quite some time. I dearly hope I'm not imagining this.
I brought something from HPS.
How delightful. What is it?
It's a package.
I should hope not. Certainly looks more like a parcel. The latest issue of Dissident Hunter. I've been waiting for this. Most of what passes for entertainment here is appalling.
What exactly do you do here?
Why, I do all the work no one else wants to do. I write reports no one ever reads, monitor colony statistics that no one pays attention to. When I'm not being conscripted to perform in the chairman's propaganda, of course.
Look on the bright side, Mr. Clark. When folks come looking for those reports one day, imagine how excited they'll be to find your work. Could do a whole heap of good.
I only hope someone comes looking before it's too late. It sometimes feels as though I'm writing these reports purely for my own amusement.
Take heart. You're doing what you can.
That's what I tell myself, but it can be rather dispiriting. Halcyon is headed for a collapse, and no one seems inclined to do anything about it.
I'm inclined, sir. Just point me towards the busted. I'll fix it. I can fix it.
A fine thought, but I'm afraid you underestimate how deep these problems run, and how long they've persisted.
Let me get this straight. The chairman is keeping you here under house arrest.
Haven't you heard? Chairman Rockwell and I are on a goodwill tour of the colony as we speak.
Seriously, what's stopping you from leaving?
Aside from battalions of UDL security forces, most of Halcyon knows my name and face, so I could hardly evade Rockwell for long. Besides, remaining close has allowed me to learn just how wrong things have gone around here.
Does this mean all the news about you and Rockwell working together is fake?
Except for the bit about my suddenly coming down with stomach flu last year. That truly happened.
Why would Rockwell do this to you?
Probably because I've no interest in being his puppet. My predecessor was content to serve as Rockwell's lapdog. When he saw I meant to oppose him, he made sure I'd have little opportunity to.
It's too bad you're stuck here.
It's quite all right. I've got every back issue of Dissident Hunter to keep me company.
What's your thing with Dissident Hunter?
Are you telling me you haven't read one? They're fabulously entertaining. Also, they're a surprisingly useful means of ascertaining what's going on in the broader colony. The board's most pressing grievances tend to feature heavily as the problem of the week. Sometimes it's factory strikes, other times it's dissenters.
Okay then. Let's get out of here. I wonder how different my corporate run is going to be.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
Quite curious.
If you'd like to make an appointment, please request an application form. If you'd like to request it.
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my stationery. Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors.
I won't be long, just admiring the architecture.
I suppose that is admissible. Please try not to break anything.
What's with the big hole in the wall?
Broken snow globe. Shipment status report.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Can we talk?
Yeah, huh?
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this would have seriously shaken my faith. Knowing you, I can only assume you have already begun formulating a plan to deal with this. So tell me, what are we going to do?
We'll have to dig more into the issue and sort it all out.
Yes, of course. And when you do, you can count on me to back your play. Your ability to talk us out of even the most hopeless situations hasn't failed us so far. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Are good. Well, where am I going now? Wow. It crashed the game immediately. That is something. There has to be a different way to do this. Maybe in my next run. Wait, what? Let's just go here then.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been...
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance. Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in.
How is this for clearance?
I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you. and I don't have any new clearances on the list.
Let me through right now, or your official records won't be fit for polishing floors.
What?
Waste my time, and I bury so deep in citations, you'll die of paper cuts before you'll ever crawl out.
Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. No one told me you were coming. Please, go on through, and let's forget this misunderstanding, huh?
Impressive, as always.
Okay, what do I want now? Engineering? Yeah, let's get engineering. Okay, that's all I really need from engineering. Damage bonus versus humans, 20%. That's not bad. Ooh, minimum armor damage penetration. And I am using pistols now because I'm using the yeah, okay, I'll probably get that next. Yeah, let's get this. Companion ability damage, yes.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it...
Sorry, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
You seem like a woman who knows about sprat mitochondria, but I can take this conversation elsewhere if you're busy.
Oh, you know, I always have time for sprat mitochondria, as well as charming women who can appreciate the finer points of cell biology.
How do you feel about mitosis and meiosis, the contours of smooth endoplasmic reticula?
Are we still talking about cell division?
This is certainly a conversation worth continuing elsewhere, but I don't think I've seen you around, and I'm sure I'd remember you.
I'm new, and my paperwork hasn't come through yet.
In that case, I can get you into the lab. Consider it a favor you can repay later. Follow me.
Just a random woman, huh? So this is how you get in if you can't convince the other, like through scientific ways. That's pretty cool.
Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And she's on her own if she runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. We'll continue this later.
So there's a stealth path, there is a dialogue path, and there's a persuade, lie, and path. Pretty good.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4?
Oh my god.
4157? That batch failed spectacularly.
I saw a variance in the results that we never accounted for, so I had the techs run the trial again. And the results were 0.003% different this time.
Do the words statistically insignificant mean anything to you?
Stop! You're violating company policy! What do you think you're doing?
What have I won?
Oh, I guess, never mind then.
Stop that! What do you think?
Go away.
Just be careful next time.
What a pleasant surprise. Thanks to you, Reginald, Philippa, and the rest are up to their old games of deception and seduction. But what are you doing here?
I need to inspect the dimethyl sulfide.
On the other side of the lab? Why, that requires a top-level clearance. After all, we're running low on the stuff. I really shouldn't be doing this. But you did help me out. Take this key card.
Yes.
It'll get you into the hibernation lab where the remaining dimethyl sulfoxide is. If you're seen by any of the guards, however, I'm afraid I can't help. Good luck.
Farewell. Thank you.
That's company property.
God.
What?
Fucking...
Oh, I guess, never mind.
Why am I trying to do this, by the way?
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause...
I don't know why I'm trying to steal stuff. Stop trying to steal stuff.
You hear about that dissident working in that clothing store? This is why we've got to be vigilant.
Gosh, that's awesome.
You get tired of patrolling? Just go rough somebody up.
No visitors allowed.
You better show some mechanics real fast if you want to keep your kneecaps.
What? That's what I asked you.
Except you sound like a wimp. Show me your teeth next time.
Okay. Thanks for the tip. Now you really have to go before I call in the other guards.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kill them! Kill them!
Incoming!
Attack!
Good one! Nice one!
Take him down!
Waste of company ammo.
Oh no, the reputation with the board has decreased. Oh my. So how is my rep with the board? Let's see. Oh my, oh no. Okay, you know what? Let's just reload. Let's just reload. This is getting annoying. Oh, all the way back here? Sure. Not like I did much anyway.
No visit. What? That.
Okay. I'm still gonna do this.
What was that? I better take a look.
Because the rep with the board is not going to decrease with me killing them this way.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
I don't want to die! I'm out! Reloading!
Thought I saw some.
Open fire!
Taste the freedom, asshole.
Pathetic.
Got your
Okay.
paperwork squared away?
So they were glitched before. Because those guys had way too much HP last time.
This area's. That.
I have to go. I promised myself I wouldn't let anyone see me crying on the job. Again. And I was going to escort you out nicely.
Keep walking, crybaby. It's gone. Done. I transfer 100%. Kill everyone in there, but hey, it's gonna save 100% of the Hope people. So that's all I care about.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akonde.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
You mean stumbling around the colony pretending to know what I'm doing?
I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
Really? Who?
Frankly, I'm amazed you've managed to get as far as you have without accidentally eating something poisonous. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony.
How do you know I'm from the Hope?
You haven't exactly been keeping it a secret. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist,
sometimes again,
all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest.
I'm sure you didn't bring me all the way here just to flatter me.
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
How do you even find my ship?
There's exactly one vessel in all of Byzantium that looks like it dropped out of an Aetherwave drama. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
The answer is no. Get her off my ship, Ada.
I'm not on your ship. This is a transmission.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Let's get out of here. God.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece.
Like, what is wrong with her?
Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honor?
Really? Why does that keep happening? I am really tired of that happening. Maybe I can just do something else. It's happening way more today than yesterday. Oh, that's so irritating. Okay.
Myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Found the chemicals in the mystery. The board was testing them on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
I put them out of their misery. Here's your canister of chemicals, by the way.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish?
You know how food goes stale if you freeze it too much? Like that, but with people.
You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress.
The colony is on the verge of collapse. The board is trying to cover it up.
I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
It gets worse. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all, toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
We can do that.
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
Would have been a lot easier if you just set up your lab next to the Hope.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
This is crazy. I like it.
Just wait until you hear the details. I haven't been this energized since the time I injected myself with raw caffeinoid. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Wait, I got questions.
Certainly. How can I help?
Should I expect any resistance?
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny.
People aren't going to notice a gigantic colony ship slamming into the rings of Terra 2?
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors.
I need to know the risks.
Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No more questions. I'm ready.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers. Scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon.
I agree.
The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Okay, I want to talk about the Hope.
Certainly.
Alright, that's all for now. We're so close to leveling. I love that the game is picking up now. Like, it's picking up to its conclusion.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. Welcome back, Captain. How can I... Take care.
Oh, I don't get to go to Typhon, Hephaestus, Eridanos, Tartarus. There's like 4 planets left. Or Olympus. I don't even get to go to Olympus? Man.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
What's going to happen when I skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun.
Good thing I'm great at math. I know all the best numbers.
I must recommend you leave the calculations up to me, Captain.
Uh-oh. How was I doing again? What was I doing again?
Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to loss of pressurization. Are you breathing comfortably, Captain? I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's... You'll have to connect me to the Hope.
Tell me about the Hope.
The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold.
Hundreds of thousands? Okay, that's a lot of people with really good... I thought there's only a couple hundred people, but a couple of thousands? Okay. Not even a couple thousand, a couple 100,000. It's pretty good.
New employee. About time.
Wow, the layout is exactly the same as the Groundbreaker. Quincy Duncan.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nobody would be so stupid as to fly to the ass end of the colony for this derelict. Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take a walk outside.
They sent me to extract a few samples from your frozen cargo. It's gross.
Ugh, I don't want to know. You lab coats do the filthiest work. Alright, you'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're a dangerous mix of bored and trigger happy. We've got a few extra in the old badge station to my right. Good luck. Good luck.
This whole starving to death thing isn't all that cracked up to be. On the upside, the bathrooms are the cleanest they've ever been since we left port. It's made my job a hell of a lot easier.
Great work.